I think the number one way that you know that someone can be, or is very male centered, and I'm sure a lot of us women have all been there, is when you try to be a girl's girl and warn your friend that her partner is cheating on her. Hi, my name is Dr. Natalie Jones, and I want to talk about the phenomenon of trying to be a good friend to one of your girlfriends, and you go and you tell her that her partner is cheating and this and that. And what does she do? She does, she may have a little blip and being upset, but ultimately she ends up going back to her partner and dumping you as a friend, or cursing you out as a friend, or accusing you of being a jealous friend or wanting what she has, and so on and so forth. I think that's the ultimate testament to someone who is very male centered, because it's very interesting the way the human mind works, and especially with these types of women, they will come up with a bunch of narratives, none of which are rational, and they will basically contort themselves into a pretzel to stay with a man who treats them like trash, right? But make you out to be the bad guy when all you were trying to do is help your friend. And, this is one of those things that as a person, I just don't do anymore. I used to, be a girl's girl way back in my, 20s. So maybe 20 plus years ago, where I used to be like, oh, girl, your boyfriend I saw him trying to push up on so and so, and, just letting you know. And, they will, I've learned very quickly that women will quickly turn on you and make you the bad guy just to stay with someone who treats them less than. And it's really quite an interesting phenomenon. I'll tell you a good example of how this phenomenon sort of played out. And I know this is like from way back then, but I used to watch Jersey Shore way back in the day. I think, what was that, like 90s and 2000s? But if you ever watched that show, then most of you guys remember the episode where Jenny and Snooki tried to warn Sammy that Ron was cheating on her with other girls and that she should go get tested and all this other stuff. And Sam like lost it, and instead of flipping out on Ron, she flipped out on like Jenny and Snooki, and then had a fight with Jenny, and like it completely turned like sideways. But that's a good example of how things just sort of flipped. When two friends were trying to do the right thing and like write her a note and tell her, hey, this guy is cheating on you, he's done X, Y, and Z. Girl, just wanted to let you know. And so you'd have that information, but she got upset with them, and she was upset with them for a while, from what I recall. I haven't watched the show in like many, many years. But yeah, that's a good example of a phenomenon of when a woman turns on you when you try to do the right thing.